Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I've been busy working on a lot of new projects and moving into a new shop for the winter. I hope you enjoy watching me build these garden boxes I built for my mom in one day. I started off this build by taking some measurements of the old garden that was there. As you can see, it was super overgrown and needed an update badly. The current garden bed that was there was about 14 feet by 6 feet wide. I decided to make two garden beds that were 12 feet by 4 feet. This will make the overall area of the garden bigger and also make it easier to weed the garden because the width is only 4 feet now and the center can be easily reached from both sides. My first task of the day was to clean up the old gardens so that I had room for the new ones. I decided to use cedar 1x6 and 2x4s for this build because it has great rot resistance without the need for chemicals. I started by laying out 3 boards that would be used for the sides and picking the best faces and laying these down flat on the concrete. I then started marking out locations for pocket holes along these boards. I started by making my first marks about 2 inches off the ends of the boards and then made the rest of the marks along the board 1 foot apart. As you can see, I alternated my marks from the inside board to the outside so that I'd have strength coming from both sides. After drilling a ton of pocket holes from all the boards, I flipped the 2 outside boards on edge and added a bead of glue to both of them. Next, I cut 18-inch pieces out of cedar 2x4s that will be used as vertical supports. These are a little longer than the overall 16.5-inch height of the sides, but the excess will just be in the ground to add support. I then attached 2 of these to each of the side pieces using a bunch of screws. I started by attaching these to the outside, but then realized on my second side that I could just attach them from the inside and hide all the screw holes. Next I started on the end pieces by cutting 12-foot boards of cedar into 4-foot lengths. Again, I added a bunch of pocket holes to all these sections so I could screw them all together. Now that all the pieces of the garden boxes were done, I took them outside and got ready to assemble them. With a little help from my mom, we assembled them upside down so the legs would not get in the way. This was quite easy, just using a square to make sure everything was perpendicular to each other before screwing everything together with a few more vertical supports. After we had secured all the 4 sides together, we flipped it over onto the old bed and I finished the other bed off camera. The last thing that had to be added was a border around the edges of the gardens. This will be a perfect spot to sit so that you can access the garden. The only problem is I ended up being 2 boards short because I originally planned on ripping these border edges in half on the table saw, but liked the idea of having extra width to sit on. The final step of this project was get some topsoil delivered and added to the garden boxes. After a ton of loads of dirt in the wheelbarrow, the garden boxes were done and are ready for use in the spring. I hope you enjoyed watching this quick and easy one-day build video. As you can see from the before and after shots, this was a much needed improvement to the yard and will get lots of use next summer. My next video will be in the new shop for the winter, showing how I built a maple and black epoxy desk. I'm super excited for this build video and can't wait to see how it turns out. Stay tuned next week for that video, and I hope you enjoyed this one.